Okay, hey, welcome aboard. So, we have a little bit of news. Unfortunately, Captain
John Picard.
Carter, Captain Liam Carter, I got his real name stuck in my head, will not be coming back for a while, probably at all. Leo has to leave the show because, well, he lives in Britain and it's 5:30 in the morning, and that causes lots and lots of problems. So,
understandably, yes.
Any sort of change in schedule makes staying up, starting a show at 5:30 or something very difficult.
Yeah.
So we will be probably looking for a new crew member, or might switch to 3 players again. We'll figure it on the fly. Anyways, let's hear from our current members and such. Derek, why don't you tell us who you are and what you're playing?
I am Craig, and I am playing a Septok, who is
Cool.
really good at scanning and shields.
Cool. Next on the circle is Paul. Who are you playing?
I'm playing Audie. He's the mechanic / gunner / melee expert, superb
/
extraordinaire,
Excellent.
human. By the way, awesome.
He's a dirty human.
He's a dirty human.
He's driving faction conflicts.
Yes, indeed.
That's what
Okay,
it's all
Brock.
about, man.
Who are you?
I am Brock. I am playing Sequoia, who is a Yukon, and she is a pilot and supposed to be a good hacker, but it's gone to different places, yeah, and she's also, I think, the most talkative person of the group currently. And the pilot. I said that first. I got that out of the way first, because she's been doing that the entire time.
Well, we'll see who becomes the new captain. Perhaps acting captain will be happening this week. And you guys realize
I vote for Dell.
Dell cannot be the captain. Dell will refuse.
Oh, Dell. Oh, Dell. We could vote him. The thing is, we could vote him acting captain and then just ignore that. Just give him the designation. Just be like, all right, now we can continue on with our lives.
Silly people. Okay, cool. Let's talk about what happened last week. So, first, we have to do our renown things and such, but do we want to just review what happened?
Yeah.
I think you guys flew over to top of the city and then did some stuff. What did you guys do? Who wants to review this?
Yeah. So the Marquis de Rue left. And so we were like, all right, cool. Now we're on this planet alone. Let's go check out the city and scan it a bit. So we landed outside the city, and we went and scanned it a bit, and we found a lot of evidence of the ancients, and also figured out their language, which was cool, which is called Sekhmet, I believe, because I learned it.
Yeah.
We also made a makeshift brig.
You learned.
Yes.
You met the Sekhmet is the name of the people.
Sekhmet is the name of the language, then.
Yes, I think I actually had a different name for the language. I might have.
You called it Sekhmet, and that's what you told me right down.
Yeah, I know. That's what I told you. Let me see if it's true. Because I think I actually came up with a different name originally for it. We can change it, or we can call it Nebek. Do you like Sekhmet or Nebek?
Nebek.
All right.
Okay.
How do you spell it?
Nebek. Nebek.
All right. Hey, just had to be clear.
The language that I don't know.
Yeah, a language you don't know, but both Audie and I know.
Yes.
We do?
So-
Oh yeah, we do.
Yeah. I taught you, sort of. And I tried teaching Craig, but Craig's not great with languages.
So, Audie, make sure you change it on your sheet.
Oh, how's it? Is spelled wrong?
It's called a different thing now. It's called Nebek instead of Sekhmet.
Okay. How do you spell it again? One more time.
Nebek.
Nebek.
Okay.
It's that simple. Okay, cool.
Capital.
So, what else happened? So you guys flew over the city.
We
you
made
did
a
some
brig.
scans.
We made a makeshift brig.
You
we
spent
scanned the
much
city.
time
We
doing fabrication. That was fun.
Yeah, and we found the three. We found out what the sections of the city were, along with the 3 spires in the main. The main district is called like the Palatial District or something like that. I am blanking.
Yeah, what is it called again? It has a weird name.
Yeah.
You found out its name because you managed to hook in on its internet.
Yeah, and there's the ministry. There's like the Ministry of There's like the Ministry of either the Tower or Ministry of Fertility. There's Order and there's Knowledge. If I remember correctly, there are 3 of them. I know
Loyalty,
that. I know
memory, and fertility
Loyalty.
are the 3
okay.
towers,
Yes.
and they are part of the Sectemeron, which is pretty much the political district.
Right. Okay. So, we decided we
Not
should
to go
in
there.
and
You decided not to go there at all. You decided to go somewhere completely different.
Yeah, we just wanted to check it out, and so we were gonna go check out the skin plant, which is a biotech factory. And we're like, all right, let's get ourselves some identities and disguises and get out there. And Sequoia did not do a particularly good job at getting identities.
No.
Because
Sequoia kind of sucked at his hack job.
Yeah.
His research went terribly.
Yeah, she didn't have any power was an issue. We had all ran out of charge, and we hadn't gotten good enough results to get charge back.
Yeah. And you hadn't done anything risky enough to get charge back either. So
that's right.
So that meant the session was ending. But what did you guys... So you guys landed in a flooded area and met giant...
Crocodilos.
crocodile, hippo, cow things, multiple limbs, 6 limbs I think, that were basically feeding and swimming around your ship. And
Craig wanted to see if they tasted like chicken.
But you didn't have time and found out how big they were.
They are quite large, so we left, and we went into the city, and then we got arrested.
Well, you got escorted by a group of city guard types.
We were politely asked at gunpoint to follow them.
At Street Guard, they went, hey, we checked your ID by shaking your hand with a little biotech tag that has a little thing in it, and discovered that you are one of you, because your screwed up roll, and because your lack of stealth, one of you is actually supposedly at home sick with a communicable a flu called Yarda or something.
I don't know.
Yorka.
It was like a highly contagious flu that they didn't have a cure for, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's like one of those kind of flus that you can't just cure most of the time. You basically have to wait for it to go away.
Mm.
Yeah, and I think one of the things when you were looking around, because you do have the settlement log info, pollutants in the area are bio-waste, actual waste, and there is actually quite a bit of disease, this pathogen issues in the pollutants, so...
Ooh, that's an issue.
So, let's go over the things. Now that Paul's back, we will go over Renown. Did you...
Right.
Oh, wait till he puts his headset on. Dude, headset. I know you need to go get a pie, but...
It's burrito. I'm starving, sorry.
It's fine.
That's almost as good as a pie.
I'll make sure I turn off the mic if I take a bite.
Okay, cool. So, did you encounter any members of a new faction?
Unless you consider the Sekhmet Empire a new faction, no.
Wait, was that was last?
Not, actually. They are technically a little behind the scenes thing. They are a force.
Oh, okay.
Forces are simpler and slightly different. You didn't get any new contacts?
Nope.
You didn't resolve any contacts, did you?
Nope.
No.
We built a brig, but that doesn't mean anything.
No, those
That's
are
something, right?
you already
Whatever.
had those contacts.
Rainier Muse is in our custody.
Yes, I believe some people have already added him, although he is also in a rebirth cocoon. So between one day and a week from now, he'll wake up from that. May or may not have all his memories and such. So that'll be fun. So let's talk about stuff that you really want. Everybody take one charge.
Yay!
To the reactor. Okay. Turmoil. Did you alter the status quo last session by changing the world around you? No, you avoided that. Good job. Did you take a risk to pursue your drive last session? By performing an unrequired task. Taking a risk for your drive.
If we're going off of curiosity, then I think we did.
Some of you are curious. Vengeance. I don't think you did, Audie.
I don't think so.
Did you want to change it?
Yeah, let's change it to curiosity.
Oh no.
Curious.
That's gonna be good.
Mm.
Okay, Craig. Did you think you did something for curiosity? Yeah, you guys came down to this planet you didn't really have to come down to. So you definitely get charged for that. And Sequoia, were you also a curious fellow? No,
I
you're
was
freedom.
I'm freedom. Freedom. Not this session, but I'm gonna keep it because last session, but this session I think it'll come into play.
Yeah, and it makes so much sense if your character's half face painted white and the other face it blue. Really makes sense.
Exactly. With a ridiculous Scottish accent, it all works.
And the giant sword you carry, despite the fact that it's 10 times larger than you. Okay, that's a joke. He doesn't carry a sword. There's probably a bunch of new people going, he's got a sword? Okay.
She does have a sword. You just you haven't seen it this entire scene.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, cool. So, what's next? Victory. Did you complete one or more... Oh, we already did resolve. That's why I didn't bring it up. So, Victory, did you complete one or more terms of your contract last session?
Yes.
Yep.
We did.
So, everybody take charge.
Yeah.
Yay.
Woo.
And you didn't breach any of your terms.
Nope.
And you can't venture because it's not in between sessions. Cool. Or in between contracts. Okay, finally training. So, despite the fact we're in the middle of the scene, you do get to do training. So the way training works, if everyone must remember, you can move one skill within its department, the trained to untrained. It, of course, cannot be an expertise skill. And you can move one specialty anyway within its department. I meant to say skill to anywhere and specialty within its department.
That makes sense.
Right. Let's see. Alright. I'm going to switch economy for fitness. Because that's probably something I'm going to need.
Fitness?
Yeah.
Okay. Economy is for bribery, by the way, just so you know.
I think it would be... Then geosciences for fitness.
I like right where I am.
I won't need geosciences. And if I do,
Yeah,
well...
it's just about planets.
Exactly.
You're not on a planet or anything.
Yeah, it's not like we go to different planets.
I don't... Look, man, I don't need to know about planets. I fly ships.
Okay.
Strong opinions over here.
Sense the sarcasm, I think. Sense a little
You do whatever you
sarcasm.
want. Okay, Craig, did you figure out when you wanted to move?
Yeah, I think I'll move away weaponry to holography.
Oh, fine. I'll just be the only one who shoots people in the face.
Hey, I have pulse projection and away weaponry.
Just joking. I don't mind. I'll shoot everybody in the face.
Shoot him.
He shoots
Shoot
all
right
the
in the
people in the face.
Shoot
He's
Right in the face.
He's a face shooter.
the American way.
I think
Okay.
I'm also going to switch analysis for parkour.
What? You're giving up science for...
For running away? Yes.
or running too.
Or running to.
True.
Or running after.
Running
after.
through.
Or running before.
around, running, yes. Running in.
What are these
Running
people
out.
running from? They're not. They're running too. What's that from? Yeah. Huh? Most Extreme Elimination Challenge. You ever see that?
I was like, that sounds really familiar.
No, I've never eliminated a challenge before.
No
Ugh,
challenge is eliminated.
missing out.
Ooh,
That's a
big
nice
change.
skip. Where is my... I'm just trying to find my perception-based things, and it's not happening right now.
What? Oh, on your giant list of stuff?
Yeah, on my giant list of things. And it's like, perception. I'm like, no, I'm looking for perception analysis. Perception alertness? Perception survey. I percept. I perceive.
We can look.
Where is it?
Perception
it's in-
analysis?
Perception.
Oh, I found it.
It's probably down to the bottom
In the
because you
middle.
took it
Yeah.
recently.
It
Bottom
is.
middle.
It is. I found it.
Well, there we go. No panic, anyone. No panic.
Maybe I'll do maybe I'll do excitement instead of curious because I've already done curious before.
Excitement. Be an adrenaline junkie.
Adrenaline junkie.
Nice.
Maybe I should do something totally I should do like
Let's do
redemption.
pacifist for your character.
Gosh, I don't know. Like, what's progress? What would that be?
Progress?
Yeah.
You progress.
Probably like similar to. It's probably similar to freedom.
Okay. Let me look these up. Progress means like you're taking risks to like make things better. Like you're progressive. I will go find the list.
You're revolutionary. You're what the Marquis de Roux are trying to be.
Yeah. So that's
You
what
know, the people you have ruthlessly murdered time and time again.
Well, that's progressive, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
in
So,
its own way.
yeah. So you're just trying to advance the quadrant. So like, you would probably be doing better for advancing the quadrant if you tried to like bring up the technology of a place rather than just leaving them to their native kind of ways.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's kind of the opposite of like tradition-y kind of stuff.
Yeah.
'Cause we don't
What
have
sort
a-
of thing are you looking for?
Just looking for something different rather than the jump into the action, shooty.
Profit?
That's like like profit. Yeah. Okay.
Camaraderie, if you just want to be supportive of your crew.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna do
you wanna-
camaraderie. I like that.
Yeah, be our friends.
There we go.
Hmm.
Now,
I was giving you
one.
the just be the corporate's the corporate's best boy. Just be the corp's best boy.
Yeah, colonial or something, because I mean, if you really tried to support, it took some risks to make sure that the House of Sparta could build a colony here.
Mm-hmm.
I think camaraderie would work best.
Loyalty, if you just, decide to go whole hog and support your patron, XMIs, whatever-ness.
Uh-huh.
Redemption. I think redemption could be a choice for everyone on this crew.
Yeah.
That's why I chose freedom, not
Body's
redemption.
beyond redemption.
Okay, are we all done?
Yeah, I'll do
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, let's figure out where we're going to start. Okay, so we see a shot from above of you guys walking down an alley with the 4 police, the 4 street guards kind of surrounding you, holding weapons and batons. And it's kind of bobbing like it's a person's head, and it's like they're looking down on you, and then you see a quick flash of like running down through stairs and stuff, and they look out, seeing you where you're going as you walk down this alley. And then we come to you, and you are currently in that same place trying to figure out what to do. You see you're about to kind of break. There's like another alley up ahead, and then beyond that is a large area around the skin plant.
We decided to bolt, right?
Yeah.
That one, the consensus. was?
I think the consensus was get out of here before we get to the hospital.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to have somebody just be like, what was that?
Distraction?
There's got to be a distraction, yeah.
All right.
I'll kick him in the shin. You guys run
Okay. I'm good with that.
in the multiple shins.
Yes,
and my
many
character
shins.
is going to go invisible.
And I'm gonna.
So you guys are just gonna scatter?
I'm gonna. Can I use my what is it called? I can't remember now. I remember brain fart. My multi tool to make a pulse of like tractor waves and like push them away really quick or.
Okay, so
something.
here's the issue with that. One,
Okay.
you normally have to draw your weapon,
Yeah, that's true.
which looks like you're grabbing a gun. I mean, obviously your weapons and stuff are kind of secreted away because you're currently in disguise.
Right.
But you could, and I would make it a little bit more difficult,
Mm-hmm.
shoot your weapon without grabbing it.
He's
Okay.
got a gun.
So
Okay.
because you have BCI control, brain control interface, your sensor unit and your link scan your brain,
Right.
and they listen to see what you're trying to do, and then
What would be the
there's no
consequence?
trigger on your multi-tool, right?
Yeah,
It's just a weapon shaped like this, kind of,
Yeah.
and you can pull pulses out of it and that sort of thing. Now the problem is if you failed such a thing, what you're doing is you're trying to affect gravity to knock them away. Well, you guys would totally get blown up pretty hard. You're
Right,
probably
right.
going to get pushed away, but you're going to brace for it. So failing at this task will totally just knock everybody down and
Not necessarily
maybe
a bad
hurt
thing.
you and stuff. Yeah.
An unrelated question: Can I? Is it possible for me to try hacking the cops' comms? Because we're next to them, sort of.
Do we have time to?
Do not believe the cops actually. Oh yes, I did say they do have pants. Yes, you could totally hack them.
All right, cool. Just wanted to know.
That one.
So they know.
The biggest
so we know
problem-
they're actually gonna take us with her.
The biggest problem with the hacking their comms is unlike Rim Tech people, their gear isn't like 0-point tech, so you can't turn off their guns, kind of thing. Like if you hack it and knock off their pants, it's not gonna do anything except.
Well, they're not going to be able to communicate with base or anything, so.
Oh yeah,
Get
so you
away.
can totally do
Yeah.
that. Do you want to do that first?
You could
Yes.
totally put something up there saying, "Hey, we need you guys here now."
Ooh,
Yeah,
could do
but if
that.
this was actually Star Trek, this is the part that Spock would do his Vulcan neck bench. Yeah.
Yeah.
On all four of them at the same time.
Well,
So-
he at least two, you know.
Are you gonna be? Are you gonna hacking neck pinch them?
You should probably.
No, I'm gonna. Let's see. Yeah, but hacking them and telling them like they're needed somewhere else.
Like really
It's either,
urgent.
yeah, it's because it's either that. The issue I think there. This is just me thinking. The issue I think there is that they leave people. You know what? We're gonna do that. We're gonna be
Yeah.
like, hey, you're needed urgently over here. That's a better
That's a good
idea.
idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll let you do this for one roll. So what is the most important aspect of this? This just kind of determines how bad it is.
The
Getting
most
through
important
their
aspect-
system, or creating a believable message, or sending them somewhere real useful to you. I think a believable message or hacking through their system. I think it's a believable.
I think believable message because we're basically trying to either split them apart or get all of them off of us. But I don't think they'll get all of us also. So splitting them apart as a group.
It's gotta be. Yeah.
You
it'll be
can-
better than we were before.
You will get all of them off of you because they're
Okay.
they're a single stock character.
Okay.
So
All right. Cool.
if you succeed on this, if you fail, something else will happen that is
Okay.
bad based on that. Okay, cool.
All right.
So
So
you need to create a message and send it to their comms. You've already been on their system quite a bit, so you know how to just send them a message. Isn't too hard. The hard part is making it believable, properly encrypted,
Right.
and all that stuff.
yeah, spoofing the network and being like, hey, this is actually from HQ and not from like some random person on the street.
Well, I mean, you also don't really know anything about
Their protocols. Like
The protocols for the cops. I mean,
But
the
we
Inquisitors
saw the
protocols,
cop
yeah.
shows.
you saw the cop show and stuff,
Saw
but I
that.
don't know if you never actually hacked directly into like the communication networks for the cops. For
That's
the
true.
Inquisitors.
We don't have like the proper government networks. We have just like the internet, which is not the same.
But so it's like us. We have some idea what a cops thing is, but we
Yeah.
don't know. Nobody knows what a 32B is or something.
Yeah.
Right. So you have to
A
figure
code.
that out and create a message of that sort.
A cone 1089 or whatever.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know the cop terms. I was
Cop
never a
things.
cop.
I don't know either. So let's do some hacking.
Okay, let's.
All right.
Murder, death, kill.
So hack. This is important to me, so I'm going to use my dev kit.
187.
I assume 187. Yes, that.
Yes, of course it's a 187 murder, death, kill. And the best thing to do if you succeed royally at this, you're gonna find something that's kind of real and send it to them. So it's just like, hey, great that you're here. Thanks for saving us. Why did you come? We messaged for people in general, but we're surprised you came particularly.
All right. So four for hack, 2 advantage from dev kit. So I'm using a charge for that. And then what is the difficulty?
Okay, it's a biotech world.
I speak
But it's
their
also
language.
encrypted and alien thing. I'd say it's 4.
4? Okay. Let's see how this goes, people.
If you're on a rim world, it'd be at least a 5, and if you're on a core world, it would be like a 7 or something.
Understandable.
Yeah.
4 successes.
There you go. So
Yeah.
you get that charge back.
Nice.
And you see them all, like, their attention's all like that. Some of them put their fingers to their ears where they have part of their comm unit. Their comm unit's actually quite large, like, devices they carry on them. You can see them. And they're like, rebels! Fine. Moving out! And so they grab their weapons.
Nice.
They all jump and they look at you and go, get to the hospital now. Don't get anyone sick. We gotta go. And they take off.
Yes, sir. We will.
Understood.
So, yeah.
By Thor's beard, I will. What have they got?
Grab Thor's hammer.
So, yeah. So they just start rushing out there. They basically
Freaking awesome.
boot the other direction back towards where you
Okay, no, they're gonna find out that they've been duped really quick.
No,
Get the hell
so
outta here.
No, not on that success.
There's this like the thing is, because I have a feeling from the GM that because of my success, this is actually something somewhat real.
yes. So
Oh. Wow.
you found out when you quickly you were making something and you were like skimming off the network and stuff, and you found out you heard a call and basically copied that call and sent it to them. And the call was basically a call for SWAT teams and several other groups and local street inquisitors to go to a certain location, and they were doing a raid on a suspected rebel base or
Right.
activity of some sort. You didn't understand all
Safe
the
house or
words.
something?
Safe house,
Okay.
maybe.
Yeah.
We found out they have rebels.
Yeah. I also I send in text messages to the rest of the group, just being like, hey, they're getting off us. Rebels are a thing here. Where are we running? Are we going to the skin plant, or are we getting the hell out of here?
They told us to go to the hospital. Let's go to the hospital. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think we need to run, right? I mean,
The skin plant is the hospital. Remember?
So we're going where they told us.
Anyway,
So you are going where they told you. You just don't have to report
We can
to.
Yeah, we don't have to go to the medical wing or anything.
Yeah, you guys just don't have to be. I don't know, put in a sealed for
Quarantine.
your protection quarantine kind of system.
that was the most
necessarily.
useful role ever.
Yes,
However,
you win at MVP.
Yeah, you do. You
Thank you.
win
Thank
RPG. Win it.
We might want to stay clear of Adi.
Yeah. Why?
Because you're sick.
Wow.
Remember? What was your name again? Let me check what your name is.
I'm technically sick. No, but you guys are too, right?
No, just you.
Yeah, they were
With
worried
you.
that these ones were sick because they were hanging out with you.
but they don't have our identities. You're the only one who got identified.
Yes, you're Tengi, and
Yeah,
there's an
Tengi.
Orma and a Plio.
Oh.
I think I was Orma and Craig was Pleo. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, identities recalled. Consistency achieved. Excellent. So, we head off. Where are you guys going? Are you going to the skin plant? Or are you going to head off to Sectamarin? Or are you just leaving this rock?
Why were we headed there again? I can't remember.
We were going to the skin plant to just like check it out and see what was there, like what was making their biotech. Because we basically came here to be like, can we find any artifacts from the ancient? That was basically our thing.
I think we're right near there anyway.
Yeah, we are. We're
Okay.
close.
So you guys, let me double check that you're on the same screen as me. Okay, cool. Did that pull
so
you
we
to
did.
look? Okay,
Ooh.
so you guys walk over, keep going the way they told you, doing exactly what you're told. Such good people.
We're good citizens.
It's suspicious.
And you see several of these skinny spires. You saw them from the ship. You didn't specifically scan them, but it's a simple task to perceive and scan them from where you are. And what you get is basically their layout. You're kind of walking up here between the medical facility, which you know this to be, because there's a sign. There is a sign, a holographic sign, almost like home. Not to mention an organic layout for anybody who understands Nebic. And you see that there's a big square in here, and there's like little cafes and people, and so there's like some people like getting breakfast and stuff because it's morning, I believe.
Oh.
And heading off to work in the various facilities, and you guys are just kind of walking up into this big square filled with like pretty much the equivalent of food trucks, but they're more like, you know, they're these, you saw several of them when you were at the field too. So the factory workers are just finishing their breakfast and heading up into these places right now.
Right.
There's large groups of people. Most of them are wearing overalls of a sort. They still have kind of weird sashes, not dissimilar to the librarian outfits that you guys are all dressed in, but they're very different. They're more utilitarian and not as kind of fancy. Librarian ones are obviously not meant to dig around in medical vats or whatever these ones are. These ones have these big giant gloves coming from the arms, or some of them are tentacle gloves and stuff. It's just like all the species you're used to around here too. So what do you guys do?
Did we ascertain the meaning of the sashes? Was it like a caste thing, or?
It's like a weird. It is a little bit. You didn't get it entirely online, but it seems to have something to do. Like people kind of wear different outfits depending on what they do.
It's profession based rather than like.
It's a little bit of a profession, but the profession seemed to be like pretty solid from the television you saw. Like. There's not like, I'm the first day as a cop. It's like, I've been training to be a cop since I was a child. So have I.
They take goat and then they get a sash.
So these spires are way more spiry than the others. I will show you pretty much all of this.
You mean phallic?
They're quite spire-like. They're inspiring.
They're inspiring indeed. So you see each of them is made up of 3... spires that are much thinner than the ones in the main square, but their shape is identical. They're just thinner versions. They have the same sort of like moving writing on them, but they're further out of the ground as well. You can tell the entrance is way further up. It's one floor higher. It's like they're all one floor higher in the sky rather than being partially underground. And people are moving around, and some of them have safety gear on, and all of them have these overalls.
Someone got architecture? Someone has architecture, right?
Yeah, I'm just telling you that from the architecture and geosciences you guys already have. So
roll that. You should. I kind of like this.
Well, what you can roll architecture if you want, Audie. What are you trying to figure out?
Yeah. What? Like, where do they? This is disturbing. I mean, there's one that's obviously different from the other ones.
What do you mean one that's different from the other ones?
Didn't you say one was more spindly and?
No, all
Yes,
of
one
these
was
are more
newer.
spindly than the ones that you're... Also, these ones have, you see the lines between them? Those are
Yeah.
interconnections on a high level, so they're connected to each other at different floors, depending on which one it is. It kind of seems to be... The pattern of that would be difficult to tell.
It's just it's different from the political districts.
Yeah,
Well, they
so
have
those
to
ones
be-
aren't connected together at all. They're wider, and they're further in the ground.
They have to be because it's such high gravity, right? That's why they make them that way.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
These are
that
not
and-
0-point tech things, man. These are just spiders.
All right. Well, I don't know. What should we do? I don't know.
the question is,
Where
which
should
one do we go to if we go to any of these?
That's
Because
why I was
we're here
thinking,
now.
I mean, architecture.
I don't think doing medical is the best thing, but we are librarians after all.
But I thought we were getting a free checkup.
Craig. Actually, not Craig, because that's not the name I would use for you. Come on, man.
Yeah, get to it.
Gotta get my name straight. Leo. Come on, man. You have to know more than that.
Hey, if you guys want to go in there and get probed, be my guy.
I don't, but Leo does.
All right.
I think we got medical there, we got consumer there, and we got researcher here. I say we go to researcher personally.
That makes
If
sense.
we're looking for artifacts.
All right, Captain.
Look, there's a contract that we apparently have to fulfill, and I don't like it that much because I don't like, XMI too much as a quote.
Right.
But we got to do it.
Okay, well, us as librarians, are we going to be... Or is that going to be
Sticking
with
out?
us going into the research facility, or are we going to...
No, as I told you, they act as like accountants, logistics types, and data collection and IT for pretty much the entire settlement.
We're basically
Okay.
like research technicians, so...
Go everywhere.
What? He didn't say anything about that. What?
What?
It's
Fortunately, you didn't make me a janitor.
we're like income tax. Be like-
Oh, I'm not. I can do that.
Anyways, so are you guys going to go in these, or you just like wanted to check them out? So you got 3 different facilities: a research facility, a medical facility, and a consumer facility that makes a variety of like biotech goods. That's all you really know. It's pretty
I'm
much
saying
where
it's
all the
pretty
biotech in this entire settlement is built.
They're obviously going to be like, "Can I help you?"
No, we're gonna be like, can we help you?
No, we'll just say, "We'll let you know."
So if you're asking if you can blend,
Mm-hmm.
that would probably be like a politic role.
Politic in the hizzy, which I have none of.
I have some in politic. It just depends on what in politic we're doing.
Yeah.
Craig is gonna stealth in.
You could also do that. You could sneak around and hope you didn't get bumped into, or that
I
there's
think it's a
places to
bad-
hide and all that.
I don't know. It would be the point.
He'll crawl on the wall.
You could also
That's-
attempt to climb these things. It looks very treacherous.
It looks, and that's also not at all
climber.
suspicious.
Yeah.
An invisible climber would be fine.
Oh right, we can be invisible. Things I'm forgetting about our 0-point tech.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Could we scan the building first?
You're not going to get a lot more information than you currently have. You know, it's multiple
Okay.
floors.
I got 3 and gather information.
I do too, interestingly enough.
Yeah, this would be more of a marketing or administration kind of task. This is basically to blend in with large groups of people.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to know what it's going to take to just walk in like we belong.
If you were dressed in those outfits, the overalls,
Mm-hmm.
it would only be like 2. Because you're dressed as librarians, it'd be like a 3.
Okay.
Unless you tried to go
That's-
somewhere you shouldn't go.
So we gotta punch out one of these dudes. I gotcha.
Are you saying we should hitman this? Because like that's the thing.
I did say punch.
Yeah, you did. I mean, I think the like. It's a
Maybe we
question
should
of being.
Go.
It's just a question of being. Yeah.
Let's just go in.
Just go in. Okay.
Let's
Be
go.
inconspicuous.
Let's just act really confident and walk in.
Okay.
Okay.
Good. So,
So
that
as you guys are doing that, my guy's going to go invisible because he's not very confident. in
Fair
his
enough.
acting
You roll.
yes, he's like every one of those kids shows ever where the person is not confident, so Vinish disappears.
To be fair, I should probably do that as well, but
Oh, jeez, come on.
no. But I'm not
Aren't
gonna
you
leave
the
Audie.
most political of everyone involved? in
I'm the
this
same as
situation?
Audie.
Okay.
Which
Like,
is the thing.
Who's going where?
But character-wise, I am the most talkative person, so I'm not gonna just.
You guys have seen my communication skills, right?
Yes, we have. We know all you can do is eat meat and do your actual job.
Oh, by the way, Craig, you will get +1 to blend in.
Oh.
You get an advantage because your species seems to be very common here,
Huh.
Cool. That gives me
and
like
you
a
can
2.
all use your House Sosperetta association to help your blend in.
Oh.
So you know.
Do it. Come on.
Sweet. Because I'll
So
definitely
I
be using that.
I would get a 3.
Yeah, you get a 3, and I would get both of us probably get a 4. So.
It's up to you. You guys want to do?
Yeah.
Just tell me. If you
If
want to
I-
sneak
I'm-
off and climb the building, you can.
It's up to you.
No, I'm gonna be blending in. I think Audie's also gonna do that. It's just Craig, what are you doing?
I will invisible and go behind you guys.
All right.
That's going to be really hard. It's a huge press around here. People would be pressed against your body, and it's going to be super mega hard. If you try to climb the outside, stealth would barely be quite easy because people aren't going to the random sides of the building. But the climbing was going to be difficult. If you stealth into a crowd of people, it's almost impossible not to be noticed.
So yeah, Craig, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna stealth and climb, stealth and group, or
Just
or
imagine
try blending
being
in
at your
the rest of
work
us?
while everybody's trying to get through a door, and if you were invisible, how many people wouldn't just trip over you and walk right into you really quickly? Like,
Damn it. Fine.
Look, man.
Just try and blend.
Oh, all right.
My fault. Just saying it now.
okay, where are you
Hold
going?
on.
Research facility, consumer
Research
facility,
facility.
or the
Research.
Go to research.
medical? Okay,
Research.
awesome.
R&D.
R&D.
All the D's.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys see the entrance is a big, huge, wide door that's super wide, and then there's a quick split off on the other side of the door, and you kind of start walking towards the door. And you're doing the confident thing.
I am trying, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, so
Walking
that's a
in like
marketing
we're
roll.
librarians. Oh, okay. I had marketing at one point. I switched it for gather information.
Yeah.
Poor choice. All right,
So-
marketing.
Ichiro marketing difficulties 3, and you get an advantage, Craig, for being Septox. There's
Alright.
a lot of Septox, quite a few Onokirs and Lattice and stuff. The rarest ones seem to be Yukon and humans.
All right.
They seem
I'm
to be the
gonna-
rarest on the entire planet. It's not just because not the skin plant.
All right. I'm gonna use a charge for our House of Sparetta.
Okay.
Me too.
So I get
Same here.
another 1. So I have 3 dice in this now.
Wait, no, you have 4.
No, I only have 3 because I don't have marketing. I have 2 in politics.
Oh, it's
and
for
I have an additional.
we're rolling marketing?
We're rolling marketing, not gather information. You see why I was like, wow, I switched to gather information. Now we're doing marketing.
Yeah.
Marketing is representing yourself to a group of people, so.
That's cool.
Alright.
So be it.
And threat die is 3, right?
Yep.
Yes. Difficulty of 3. All right, here we go. Ooh,
Craig succeeds. Sequoia succeeds like gangbusters. Gets to charge his reactor.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Audie succeeds. So you guys just kind of walk in, and Sequoia, people are moving out of Sequoia's way, and just like, oh, yes, librarian, and he's just walk in, you're totally blending, you're acting exactly like librarians.
Yeah.
And people hold the doors open for you, so that you never have to, like, blip the blipper, and you're just kind of going along with the group, heading for where you were heading.
Sunglasses real quick.
Feels good, man. Feels good, man.
So there are elevators, mechanical elevators, going between the floors.
How quaint.
Yeah, so you're used to, in the core, you definitely would have these, like, floating discs that will float up and down. But out on the rim, where you guys hang out a little bit more, you just have a hole. And you jump down the hole, and you float down the hole.
It's, the elevators in prayer like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, in the core, they like to not feel like they're going to fall to their death. And people stand around comfortable. But most places in the rim just have a hole where you jump in, you float down. And it's, a good time. Tractoring gravity thing. Yeah, and that's what you have aboard your ship, too. You just have this, like, hole between floors, and you just kind of jump down. It's very quick, but it's slightly disconcerting when you're going, like, 40 stories or something.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So we have normal elevator.
But these are elevators running on some sort of ancient technology. Which is weird, because, Audie, when you were in the spire underwater, there was no elevators in there.
Yeah, that is weird, huh?
There were stairs, and there were the pods that had been hooked between them by the researchers who were researching the spire, but the spire was entirely like biotech, old school. But these look a lot newer as you walk in. Like, everything's kind of color coded and fresh, like not super freshly painted, but contemporary looking.
So I could extrapolate a couple of things.
I think we came to the wrong spire.
It could be said maybe this isn't their technology, or obviously what I was in before was hadn't been updated. Hadn't been, they don't know about it, or still don't know about it, or it's just not their technology. This isn't something that they've appropriated. Maybe.
So the elevator's at the middle of the floor. Around the outside of that, there's a lot of offices. Like, people who, would be good to have at the front door, like HR types, and there's desks and stuff like that. And there's a whole group of elevators in the middle. So everything's split off. The center went towards the elevators, and the other way went in to, went through, so you could scatter around into the different offices. So a bunch of people went to the offices, everybody else went to multiple elevators in the center. And they're kind of these glass elevators that go up.
There's a directory, right?
Yes, there's a written directory at the center, and it is a holographic unit with a little, and it's standard holographic stuff, has a little tiny chip. It's called a chip. It's a little tiny piece of hyperdiamond that's basically stickied into something or hidden away inside, like, the wall somehow, like plastered over or whatever. And so the hologram just floats there. And
kind of witchery.
There's pretty much it's an interactive console, and you can walk up and anybody can activate it. You don't have to hook it into your pan or anything.
Okay. I'm curious, like, what the directory says, like, in terms of what's on what floor and stuff like that.
Right now you see a couple of people walking up to it, and then they use it, and it seems like it can be used, like, by 3 different sides at a time. It's like in Mass Effect, where they have those, like, triangular shaped or round shaped pillars, and people walk up from whatever side and get menus. So a couple of people are using it. Do a perception test to try to figure out, like, just like kind of, you're trying to spy over other people and try to gain useful information.
Survey or alertness?
I think it's alertness. You're just
Okay.
trying to like quickly
Good.
see the thing that people have been doing quite a bit while you've been walking up.
All right, alertness.
Knowing where you were would be much better for blending in.
I don't think a scanner is going to be necessary for this.
That's what you
Difficulty.
And you could
It's true.
use your link instead of your scanner
Oh,
if
okay.
you wanted. Calm
Oh.
browser.
Yeah.
So you could try to process the information through your link. Because you're not really
Um,
scanning because there are holograms and stuff. So.
Fair enough. Then yeah, I'll use a charge for my link.
Yeah, if you want.
Just
Yeah,
ask
it's like-
somebody where the shiny things are.
I can use advantage of 2. What is the difficulty?
What are you trying to find out?
Um,
Do you want to know where the good stuff is? Is that what this is?
pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
So it's a confirmation of coming here was worth it, basically.
Okay, so
It's that awesome roll.
5.
5. Oh boy. Whew. Here we go.
Which means
4 successes.
wow.
Talk shit, roll crits, man.
Oh man.
So, yeah. Is the good stuff here? Did we come here for not?
You're in the research facility. Okay, so
Wow, good roll.
Thank you.
you did charge your reactor on that.
Yes.
So that's a good roll because on his failure dice, he rolled above 3 on every die. And then he rolled a 10 on the other one. And everyone except 2 dice were successes. So, yeah. Good job.
She's good at what
Or
she does.
hits, I guess, is the correct term. So, you look through and there's a lot of labs. Like, a lot of labs. This place is just labs, and they have names. So you're like, but you happen to catch somebody's info, and it's only because you used your link, because you were just processing the information you got really quickly from them, and you saw one of the people, just one, out of this entire mob that's moving into elevators as you try to look casual, is going to something called the Sekhmet Reliquary.
Mhm.
Oh. All right.
And you know what the word reliquary means.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that is very interesting. They seem to only have one here. And it's a different color on the elevator.
Oh. All right. So I was gonna ask about which elevator they're going to.
Yes, so the elevator itself is a they're just taking a regular elevator, but you know that you have to go up and like across one of the bridges probably because it's not in the building you're currently in.
Okay.
You're in this building and you need to get to the far building all the way up to the very top of the tiniest little room on the top to some sort of reliquary.
This is some
Reliquary.
This is some supervillain shenanigans that we're dealing with here.
Yeah, and
the top of the tallest building.
it's all yellow and for some reason you don't know.
All right.
Now, do we know where we have security access to?
Yeah. Can we get there by being casual and being librarian?
Okay, so that comes down to who rolled what. Audie
We
and
already killed that
Craig
roll.
Oh, it looks like
will
I can
have to roll again
Fuck that shit.
before we get there. But not
Oh.
right now, not till we're way upstairs.
Okay. So we can just like let it ride until
Yeah,
we,
so
like,
you got the
stop
let it
following.
ride like ever because you got a complete success, but they got a single success. So they basically right now are totally blending in, but as a mechanical thing, I will be asking for another roll when things get a little more difficult than a big crowd. So you guys, do you head in the same elevator as this guy and you're kind of following him? Is that the idea, or are you just?
As soon as I can, I want to stealth.
Let's see. Should we follow this guy? Would it be suspicious? I don't think it'd be that suspicious. We're librarians. Like, we go where we go.
Well, there's
So-
tons of people in the elevator he's currently getting into, so this floor is pretty easy. It's not like he's in a private elevator.
Then we'll just follow him for now then.
Okay,
That'll be-
so you get in, and the elevator is like a big box, which is kind of weird. But there is like this odd-looking, like, group of... How do I explain this? There is basically a large snake embedded in the wall. And it's kind of moving down through this tube. And then another one comes in, and then it kind of looks up, and people start pushing buttons, and then it looks like it receives the info, and then it takes off, and the elevator starts going up.
It's biotech, right? I mean,
It's some sort of biotech. If you guys are good at biotech, you could totally roll on this. Or if anybody's got more than 3
Well, biotech
on...
looks like it. I don't think I'm good at it, but where is it at? And under
It's
If anybody's got bioscience, sciences, biomechanics of 3, they would probably have some idea.
I do.
Yes.
Oh. There we go.
So Craig, being a doctor, as you are, you can tell this is a control system for the building. So the elevators cohabitate the same tubes because they don't go straight up. They go up and then they kind of go over and they go into other buildings and stuff too sometimes. So they're more like less elevators and more like multivators or whatever. Yeah, they're Wonkavators. So they go different places. So this one's actually going to the 3rd building,
right way.
Oh, perfect.
which is what happened on the beginning. And because you followed this guy, you happened to step into one of the elevators that is marked to go to the 3rd building. You just didn't really notice whatever the hell the markings are. So,
Fair.
yeah.
So just so you guys know, he sends a pan to you saying, these elevators go all over the place.
Ooh.
And that's
Interesting.
it.
And by the way the snake works is the snakes actually simulate, they have their own tubes, and they basically, the elevator follows them, and they just are told where to go, and they go there, and the elevator just kind of follows them. And they go through a
Cool.
series of tubes.
That's
Get there.
cool and disgusting.
Snake
Biotech.
tubes.
Snake tubes. Cool. So you get in the elevator, and the elevator quickly goes, it's like kind of express, over to the 3rd building, and up
It's
like in the middle of the 3rd building, right up here. And you find yourself getting off, and everybody starts moving around to different laboratories. And this fellow that you were originally following is he gets out and he moves to another elevator, and there's a private elevator that goes up.
Stealth.
Yeah. Why
Of
would we
course,
ever
there's a private elevator.
get there?
Okay, so yes, Craig, you can stealth now that people are starting to dissipate away when the elevator doors close. You could disappear if you wanted. So, who is our sensors officer?
That would be Craig.
Okay, Craig, so you need to roll
Sensor.
alertness test.
Oh,
Okay, I got a 4 in that.
good. That's good.
So, difficulty 3, alertness test, and you can use your scanner if you wish.
Should probably use that. No.
Alright.
What do you have left?
We'll use that.
Survey sensor would be appropriate, yes.
Ah.
Advantage 1. And difficulty, since there's
Advantage
nobody
win.
here.
As I said, 3.
Oh, 3.
Ah. Come on, Craig. Hey, nice.
Hey, you get to
that
charge your
charge.
reactor. Yay. Okay,
Man,
so
you're about
you
ready to
see
crash,
the
bro.
cameras.
Oh.
Shit. They got
So-
biotech scanning.
No,
Cameras.
they're like
Snake cameras.
cameras we would have. Like
Oh,
old
they're-
school
they're
cameras.
CCTV.
See, you're used to having just like internal sensor hubs that just sense everything all the time that you
Mhm.
would have to fool.
Do we see Craig like go? Oh, oh, oh.
So you see there's
It's
like
like
little like
cameras.
globes, and there's cameras inside. It's something you
So
saw in a history book once. It's weird.
You just see Craig go, and then look at Sequoia.
And then realize we're being not so conspicuous about it.
Yeah, I just sent a message just like, oh, that's old school.
Yeah. Yes.
All right, I guess I'm gonna have to do this instead of just being like, hey, dude, hold the elevator. All right.
I'm just
hold
telling
the
you
elevator.
because if you're gonna stealth, you want to be away from the cameras, which you can now do because you know where they are.
Oh yeah, so you know the blind spots, so you can
Yep.
just get in the blind spot. Yeah.
So now blind spot and stealth.
Okay, so difficulty for this is 3, but you get advantage of 1 for knowing where the cameras are.
Nice.
I think you should have to take off all of your clothes to stealth, though.
Oh come on.
No, you
Only
need to
if
click
your
onto
weapon
stealth.
is officially a bowling ball.
Fair.
Yeah.
And I have a mod for that, I believe.
Holographer? Is it a
Your holo projector.
Excuse me. Wrong.
So let's use everything we
suffix.
got here.
Do it. You got this, Craig.
Advantage 2, difficulty 3, another 4.
Ooh, another 4 successes.
Okay, you get that charge back.
Crazy.
And you have vanished. You snuck into a blind spot, you disappeared, and I'm going to say you moving quick enough, you could probably get on the elevator with this guy if you wanted.
Yes. Let's get on that elevator.
He's the only one stealth.
Oh, well,
Yeah, this is a one-man show.
yeah, it's a one-man show? Okay.
Communication.
Okay, yeah, then we're here.
So,
We're just like,
Audie,
alright.
you're kind of hanging around. If you stay out here, you're definitely going to have to try to blend in, because you're not nearly as casual and confident as Sequoia here.
Okay. I take a stomach cramp and go into the restroom. Do they have ones that can accommodate humans?
Yep. They have a whole series of they have private bathrooms. So if you're going to go into a private bathroom, you can.
That's what I'll do.
And they have the weird multi-toilet systems that biotech created. They're weird for us. They're totally normal for you.
Eee.
So if you go in there, that is definitely... I would just let you go in there, but you're just kind of stuck in there. You can't do anything except stay in that room.
That's fine. I'll just wait there till I'm needed, or... Yeah,
Okay.
I don't want to mess anything up.
What blending in sort of thing are you doing, Sequoia?
I mean,
Mingling.
The
You're
thing
like-
is, hey,
You can't just stand there, yeah.
I could do that. I was a streamer after all. No. So Craig's
It's like
going up.
Groot in the very beginning of Baby Groot in the very beginning of the second movie.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So Craig's going up. Audie's out. So I'm out here just being like,
So
because I don't really have anywhere to go now because Craig's
so
doing his
you're in an elevator area. There's beyond this. There's doors, and then just outside the doors, there's these little places for like refreshments, and that's where where the bathrooms are, and
Okay.
like snack
Right.
dispensers and
Just don't
coffee and beverages and that sort of thing around there. And then beyond that, there's these laboratories and private offices and that sort of thing on the outside of the facility.
Okay.
Do you wish to wander around and look around there or whatever? You totally
Yeah,
can
like,
do that. As long as you
I
don't,
think-
do anything and won't ask for
Oh,
a
yeah,
roll.
Oh yeah, totally. I'm gonna like go grab some snacks and then like go wander around and like check things out.
Hold on a second. I hear you say that, and the thing I say, if getting snacks requires you to actually interact with somebody, don't do it.
I take a picture of the snack machines they have.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're biotech dispensers. They basically make your food for you. They put out a whole kind of variety of stuff. Most individual items, like there's complex ones you can do in some things, but these aren't those. These just put out like nutrient bars and beverages and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And like
So
Just so you know, Craig would be streaming this thing the entire time to the two of you because
Okay.
he has difficulty with the language.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll be in the background as the person who translates this language, being like, "Yep, that's that. That's that."
He
and
did
it's like
get
it'll.
it too.
I think
did get it
Audie
too.
should be
Artist.
doing this. You did it once, so you'd have to do it
Oh, yeah.
again.
Audie
Yeah.
is the one who's off doing his own thing in the bathroom. So. Yeah.
So-
I'll be keeping it cool then.
You look through the options, and it's a lot of it is kind of alien food. Some of it is very Hoso Sparetta style stuff, and then like every vending thing in the Galactic community, they have super cake.
Weird that we recognize that, right? I mean,
It's pretty much called super cake
how would they
Huh.
have it?
in Rigelian, and
I'm
So
also
Craig
sort of.
starts to go back down.
No, Craig.
so super
Stay up
cake
there.
is kind of like there's a few species out there like which one do we have that eats pretty much dirt?
Oh, that's Yukons.
Yep.
Yeah. So
The Yukons are Lithophorus. Yeah.
this is pretty much like if cake, if a Yukon had heard about cake and then tried to make cake that could be eaten by anyone. So it is everywhere, and it comes in a variety of flavors, but none of it tastes anything like how it's listed. It's just this stuff that is totally unlike what it's labeled as in any way. Like, you get the one that's supposed to be chocolate cake, and it's not a thing chocolatey. It's not chocolatey. Like, you could think why you might label it this way, but it isn't right. It's totally off.
Except for Yukons, because we know.
Well, yeah, for you, it's still off. It's not proper. It's not like you're eating a nicely, soaked bar of good metals or something. But it's edible. It's kind of sweet. It's just what's everywhere. It's just everywhere. You have no idea. People seem to eat it just because it's easy.
It's space Twinkies.
Kind of, yeah. It's space Twinkies.
Twinkies, by definition, are space. Anyway,
True.
that's true.
True.
Then.
Except, like instead of wearing a cowboy hat, he's got little alien tentacle ear things, right?
I got.
Yeah.
Antennae.
The Twinkie man.
Okay, so you
That's
grab.
weird.
Do you grab a super
Multiple
cake or
ones.
just some random alien thing or a beverage?
I'll grab some random alien thing. Let's
Oh, how
see
dare
what we
you!
got.
Betrayal.
Okay, so you get
Whoa,
this.
Your own
Super cake's not that good.
No, it's terrible. Everybody says how terrible it is, but everybody still eats it.
But
It's like
he
one of
loves
those
it, though,
things.
right?
No,
She doesn't love it. She just happens to be a Yukon.
Yukon's made it for everyone else. Is thinking it was a good
Oh.
idea. That's the rumor, anyways. Nobody even knows. Like the company makes it and stuff. You know which company makes it, but you don't know who invented it. Everybody just thinks a Yukon did because they eat dirt and it tastes like dirt.
I like how we're trying to do like this espionage stuff, but yet we're in the middle of this like way interesting discussion about the way that a certain species make cake.
Food is important,
Hey,
man.
hey.
Food is important.
We have to have some kind of talk when I'm sitting there on the elevator just going,
Yeah, you're sitting there, and there's this
Don't
kind
fart.
of really odd organic thumping sound going, and you realize the elevator is like organic. This is like
Has
a
a
different
heartbeat?
type of elevator,
Oh.
and it's kind of going up at an angle on the outside of the building towards its.
Disgusting.
That's more interesting.
So it's
though,
like
considering.
it's like the sound that you would get if you were the thing that was being swallowed.
Ew.
If you were a piece of super cake being swallowed by a human, this is the
Yeah.
sound
Oh
that
my
the super
God.
cake would hear.
Stop.
But it's also not mechanical.
No, the whole elevator isn't, which is really expensive and weird because it's like way easier to do mechanically, way easier to do ZP, but they don't
What's
have
that
it.
one newish video game where all the guns are like biomechanical and crap? I just want to throw up every time I see it. You haven't seen it? Like, no, it's weird. Never mind. Anyway,
Cooking Mama?
sorry. Ah, yeah, I know. Yeah.
Get out.
It's like
yeah, I have seen some stuff for that game, but I don't know which one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everything's
I'm like vaguely. I'm like, it's somewhere in here, but like I'm not remembering the name of the game.
Okay, so you're sitting there listening to this weird thumping, swallowing sound, and the guy's sitting there, and you
Is there
realize...
elevator music?
Hmm?
Is there elevator music?
No.
I mean,
Truly uncivilized people.
You could be playing your own music because we have our pans, and that's probably something we have.
Yeah. So are you just listening to like the future remix of "Girl from Ipanema"?
He just grabs that.
Yeah, because it's got to be Euro techno.
Yeah.
Because it's the future.
Mhm.
Girl from Ipanema.
So yeah, he's just sitting there listening. Just,
Some reason it has a soundtrack just lists like the grocery goods from like some random like Napoleon's groceries from when he lived on Eba. Just randomly is listed during the song. What?
Okay, interesting. Freaking Napoleon.
Anyways, so as you're taking this elevator, which is kind of slow, this thing is not efficient. Like you'd be there by now if you're in the other elevator. Yukon, you're wandering around these labs. So you see people, and there's all these biotech... Yukon. That's your race, man. I'm just gonna call you your species name.
You just call me by my species.
Sequoia is looking around, and you're just walking around, and there are people drinking beverages and hanging around, and there's people starting to do their lab work, and they're all wearing these gloves, and they're doing experimentation. So you probably have no idea what the hell you're looking at unless your bioscience is at least a 4.
My biosciences is a 1. I know
Yeah,
nothing.
biosciences, biomechanics would have to be like a 4 to tell what most of these people are doing. Maybe if you had medicine at a 5.
Nope.
Yeah, so they're doing sciencey things.
Science.
And
I mean, I'm streaming this too because, you know, some people in this crew have a PhD, and I'm not one of them.
yeah. So you can see this in the corner of your eye. You don't really know what they're doing. You can just tell that they're doing biosciences. So they're like experimenting. Some of them seem to be experimenting with very specific things, and some of them seem to be producing new things. Like they're producing a bunch of biomass and then doing genetic things on it, where they resequence it and try to form. That's how you make most biotech. Is you produce a bunch of like base biomass and then change its genes until it's something that you want.
Like they're alchemists or something.
Yeah.
so this whole time you're
I'm
recording it,
producing
so
my own
we'll just have
biomass.
footage for later.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
finish for later. Exactly.
Okay,
Figure it
so
out later.
your elevator arrives, and the door opens, and you walk into a room, and it is a tall room, and along the walls are these shelves, like these connectors. When Audie sees this, he recognizes it. This is the same room that had all the little jars in it. Remember when the terrifyingly terrible thing happened where the guy turned himself and others into a weird subliminal communication device?
Yes.
That is terrible.
Do you remember that?
Anyways, so when that
Stop
terrible
remembering
thing
that.
that scarred your memories happened,
Yeah.
they were in one of these rooms
Oh
where
my
they were
God.
getting these samples. But there's no jars in this room.
Huh.
And around are a variety of people doing, in biotech outfits, doing work. Like, they're working on the room itself. And some people in a different color outfit, in yellow outfits, doing physical construction. They're pouring, like, plastic concrete and stuff like that.
Interesting.
So, you notice there's, like, these holographic lines with words on it. Do you know Rigelian? Craig?
Remember, he rolled a 2.
No, that's on
I
Nekeb.
understand it.
Nekeb.
That's a different language.
Right, Jillian. It's not this planet's language.
Oh. Blip, blip, blip. No.
Okay, so you recognize Rigelian. So there's like this floating, there's like this tape and these signs up and this plastic over things, and it says stuff in Rigelian and in this other language that you figured out a few words of earlier today.
Why would it be in a different language?
It's in both languages. Just like you saw on the coffee maker and the snack
Okay.
producer and stuff.
What does it, for those of us who are watching, aka Audie and I, what does it say in Nebic? Because we understand Nebic, and I don't think either. Audie, do you understand Rigelian? Is that something you
No.
speak? I don't either.
Really? I thought one of
None
you
of us
totally
speak
did.
Rigelian, no.
Huh.
I speak.
That's
I
why the
speak-
check was so high.
Yeah, I speak Interchat, Hindi, Arbalist, Mandarin, and Nebic. I do not speak Rigelian.
Okay. Do you want to try to read the Regilian and learn the language? Because
Oh,
you've been looking at it downstairs on the snack machines.
then sure, I can try.
So you've been
learning
looking at
Rigelian.
it and the Nebic together.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I'll try learning Rigelian as well.
So you
then.
should probably know this language by now. Because you've been
Okay.
looking at it a lot. So let's just... have
So
you
am I
do a
rolling
quick
for it,
roll.
or just okay? So culture linguistics, I would assume.
Yeah, cultural linguistics, and the difficulty of this is, let me find the right section of the book.
What tool would be used for this, if anything?
You could either use a group that speaks it, like House Sosperetta,
Okay.
or you could use your com browser just to do the Google talking kind of thing.
The Google Translate version.
There you go.
All right. Yeah.
And the difficulty.
What is the difficulty? Because why not? Let's learn another language, guys. It'll be 2 for 2 on languages in terms of these 2 sessions.
You guys.
This is why I was saying it. Yeah. So difficulty.
Okay. 3.
Okay.
But you
Let's-
get advantage of 2 because it's next to Nekib, which you know.
Oh, okay. So let's do. I have to do this again. So linguistics, advantage 2.
Yeah, I know. I want to make that into a widget that has all of it, and so I can put in difficulty, but I
Right.
have to figure out how to do that.
And difficulty 3. 4 successes.
Okay.
And I didn't use the tool.
Yeah,
So
so
now
you're
I-
just like, oh, it's Rigelian. I recognize Rigelian.
Right. All right.
So
I can
all
have
of
that as
the
a
text you're looking at, both the Nekib and the Rigelian both say beware construction. They say it in different ways, though. The Nekib has way less detail. They're just like, beware higher construction masters. It's an odd word. You don't really know what it means because you haven't seen it anywhere. It could
What's
mean
this?
boss. It could mean higher rank. It could mean master. It could mean possessor. It's a really strange word.
Red clearance.
What's
and-
it mean in right? What's it say in right?
And the word isn't there at all in Rigelian. It just says construction. Beware construction. Careful around these.
That's weird.
Stuff like,
Really?
basically it says like secure area, watch for that sort of stuff. Are you still in the
Secure-
elevator?
Oh,
Or are you leaving? Okay. So you're kind of walking around, and I need you to do a stealth roll.
Again?
Yep. You just walk into a whole room with a whole bunch of different people and a bunch of weird stuff.
But I got a 4.
Yeah, I know.
Alright,
You got a 4 on the one dude.
what am I doing?
And the difficulty of all of these people all staring at you, and a bunch of like tape and plastic and bio stuff hanging down that could bump into you at any time, is 4.
Okay.
You don't get any advantage for the cameras.
No.
don't know where they are now.
Well, it doesn't matter if you know where they are. The whole thing was about you were disappearing in front of them would have been the thing that made it harder last time. So.
Fair.
I don't get advantage because I'm already stealth.
Yeah, you're just going and trying not to bump into or walk around all this stuff, and it's kind of a mess. There's all this weird biotech stuff everywhere. There's people everywhere. There's like 25 people in this room.
Would that be more of a parkour though? You're trying to dodge stuff, like not because you already did the stealth part, and then
No, we don't want parkour.
We
Yeah.
could do parkour. That does make sense.
I mean, for whatever it is, could we potentially help him since he's streaming this and be like, hey, there's like things here, and here, or is it just the fact that we have?
We can
less
say
vision
you're
will
doing
help?
that, but it's not going to give you an actual die.
Okay, just
I'm too focused right now. I can't.
To help someone, you have to do a task that has its own thing that you're doing.
and I'm not in the rooms. I'm not like anywhere close, so that's not going to be helpful for
Yeah.
him at this point.
You can give him charge if you want, but
Let's
actually
see.
you're out of range for charge. Sorry.
Mm.
I'm just like, oh yeah, he's like on another floor.
I'm on a different floor. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Stealth it, Craig. You got this.
Okay, so difficulty 4, have advantage 1 because of my mod.
Okay.
Here we go.
Oh my god.
You guys are rolling amazing this week.
He's rolling a
Yeah.
bit.
You guys have been rolling like 4s. There's more 4s and 5s this week than I think in the entire what
Yeah.
The whole
14
street's
episodes of the
just
show.
4s and a 5
We're showing our actual competence right now.
Yeah, so you just kind of like you're all like predatoring around, and it's
Except without the clicking noises or anything.
but the clicking totally blends in because the people are making clicking noises because they're staple gunning things. It's really good. Somebody needs to get to the chopper, but it's not you. It's fine. Okay, so yeah, you're walking around this place, and it's obviously under construction, and you notice that people are looking at like a holographic plans. The guy just showed up. It looks like he's an architect or something, and the other people are construction workers. There's biotech construction workers and there's physical construction workers, and he has a picture of a much larger facility than this, a much larger room. It's like wider, and it's got the jars in it that you recognize, Paul. And he's like looking at that, and then he has a design for like this kind of scaled down version that they're working on right now.
So they're trying to. Wow, very interesting.
so
God, I don't know what to make of this.
I do.
It seems like they're trying to recreate it, or. Well, I let him know. I've run into this before, you guys. I've seen this place. It wasn't good. I'll just put it that way. I can't really. When I was there were all these like jars up here, and there was like some brain possession going on. So I don't know what to. I don't know what you can take from that, but it seems like they're trying to recreate it. Like they might have. I still think maybe this might not. It might not belong to them, this tech, and they're trying to, or maybe it's been lost to them and their ancestors, and they're trying to. Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, they don't know what they're doing, other than. Well, I mean, they don't know. You're obviously not able to recreate this without a picture, so
Right.
It seems like it doesn't belong there to them. Or
No. They're trying to reconstruct something they've seen and probably investigated, but we also don't know where this thing is that they're basing it off of.
They do have full
you don't think
plans along with the picture, but yeah.
Oh!
I think it might be in the other facilities that we've seen before.
I imagine it's in the, the lodge spires that are over.
So Craig, being the smart one in this group for once, decides that they're rebuilding on the top of this spire anyways, a similar facility that might be on top of the pyramids that you saw earlier.
You went for the stuff that he actually knows about.
There
He is a doctor.
He does have points into.
He's not technically a doctor. Yeah, so architect, this is all up your thing. Like building a medical facility is something you could probably be a part of. Like being a construction worker in this medical facility is something you could definitely do. So you see, the room isn't entirely complete yet either. So they're doing all sorts of things. You see they're like spraying this plastic concrete on the outside, and that there is a skin over top of the building. So the black exterior is actually some sort of like bio skin that's placed over the building. So
There's where it gets its name.
You see part of it where it's just like this thin areas where it's just the skin and they haven't sprayed the concrete over it yet.
So could
Sample.
we kill the buildings?
Sample? Sample. I heard sample. Somebody
You
said
could try to
sample.
take a sample. What do you want to take a sample of? There's lots of stuff to take samples of.
That skin.
Oh, you want to sample the skin? That's on the outside of the building too, you know.
Oh,
Ancient artifacts.
that.
Something along those lines. I don't know.
Sequoia might want to get some plans or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
Look,
he could
we
try
have
to
the-
hack this guy on the way out.
Let's hack this person.
You're cut
Well,
out of range right now.
What? Once they're back in range, we will hack the architect.
You're so
Can't
hack.
hack. You can't hack through me.
Apparently not.
You kind
That's-
of could, but you're gonna get a
that's
bunch of disadvantages.
It's just gonna be a
It's
hassle.
basically just a link, and then poof.
You guys don't even know each other that well.
Yeah, but there's latency and a bunch of things like that happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, see what the 0 point?
Yeah, but this guy's stuff isn't perfect.
This guy's stuff is super far behind.
So
is the
you get a latency because you guys are in Tachyon comms right now. So he's hacking over Tachyon, which you can do, but it's +1 more difficulty.
okay.
And then you're basically utilizing through someone else, and so it makes it 1 more difficult. Because you basically have to jump from the Tachyon to somebody else to this other person.
Right.
Do it. That's why we came.
All right. I mean, I can try.
But if you want to take a sample, you could totally take a sample of something. Just
You should do that first.
I'll take some
And,
samples.
try
yeah,
to hack.
take samples first, and then we can.
okay.
Then we'll
so-
hack when I'm in the elevator and ready to move out.
I got my own samples right now. I mean, you guys. Hey guys, got my own samples.
Sure. Sure
Alright,
you do.
God.
You're depositing some samples, is what you're doing
Dropping some samples off.
at the pool.
I'm just like
Somebody
walking around
mute him
looking-
and make him eat a burrito.
I'm just like looking around and looking at this this science that I don't understand, just being like, all right, everything's in order. That looks like.
Okay, so let's do a sample taking.
hmm
And
What do I see that looks interesting?
Just saying. Already got my
there are biotech samplers. They're using a variety of materials on the inside of this building. The concrete and stuff isn't very good samples, but they are kind of connecting things with this biomaterials. There's life support things in the walls, and then there's ones that are almost like they're connecting these tubes. There's these tendrils coming from where the glass jars are supposedly go, if you believe what Adi's saying. So there's tendrils going there and then into the walls.
Oh, I'm out of here.
Okay.
Ugh.
So, you said that they're biotech samplers, just lying around.
You can use your sample to take samples of those things.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
What?
take some samples
Blow
of the
my mind.
tendrils, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
One time,
Uh,
I went to Target and I bought a bag, and they put my bag in a bag, and I was like, "What just happened?"
Bagception happened. That's what happened.
Exception, exactly.
okay, so this is hard 4 difficulty.
What would I be using?
You're using biosciences, biotech, I think.
We all know you're gonna roll a 6, so
Biosciences, biomechanics, and you can use your biochem kit sampler.
So it'd be a
that should give you
4v4.
some- Give you a bump.
Yeah.
4v4. Oh.
If you get caught, I'm probably gonna go with you be seen.
Seems fair.
Hmm.
Trying to take my samples, boy.
Isn't there anything I can just swipe?
What? Sorry.
Isn't there anything I can just swipe and leave?
No. So
Take out a butter knife and just.
So you have people, they're working on these, old electro stimulators and stuff, and that's pretty much it. They don't have here's the tendrils. They grow them on the wall.
Ew.
So they have this nutrient spray stuff, but it's not particularly good. It's this is the actual stuff you want, the DNA sample of the tendril itself, because it will match the stuff that Paul character Audie's seen, and
Okay.
that they have on this other planet.
Well, then that's what we came here for. Let's.
That's the good stuff.
Biomechanics, advantage 1.
I'm so nervous.
We all are. So say we all.
I mean, I'm really comfortable sitting on the toilet, but I'm not.
And threat of 4. Ding!
Okay, so you get what is called you take that represented sample. You get the sample. You don't get a complete sample of a bunch of things. You just get this little piece of tendril. You manage to
Good man.
pull it off with your little sample taker and kind of move away. And you notice the architect seems to be finishing up, and he's pointing at things and he's saying stuff in
God,
one of
look at
those two
ones.
languages.
Hey, try not
He's
to
saying-
eat it, Craig.
He's saying things that I would understand.
Yeah, he's
Audie.
pointing at things and telling them what to do. He's speaking Nekeb, but all the workers are speaking Regulian.
What is
That's
this regulum? What is-
Weird.
Cool. So,
What is that? Why is this-
GTFO.
Okay, so he finishes talking. He heads towards the elevator. Are you getting in the same elevator as him again?
You guys all froze.
I can't.
I
I'm
just
not-
stopped like this.
I was about to say well, you cut out for like the last like
Yeah, like right
10
before that
seconds, what
happened.
you said.
Okay.
That was-
You just said he headed to the elevator and then you cut out.
Okay, so are you going with this guy back into the elevator? Is that the plan? Got it. Okay, so you can do that. That's fine. You stealthed against this guy, and you did another stealth against all the workers. So you go get on the elevator, and it starts to swallow you back downstairs. And what is everyone else doing?
Can I, now that we know that the architect is coming back, can I like basically loop around and head back towards the elevator so I can try hacking him?
Yeah.
All right,
Are you
so
going to
that's
try
what-
to time that really
Yes. I'm gonna try to. I mean, I just have to be like
I
in
think
the
that's
same
fine.
zone.
well? Yeah, you
so-
just do that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so his pan, he's got it pulled in
Mhm.
to only be like 30. Like, it's a small area. It's
Okay.
like standard pans, they keep them to kind of small so people don't just like jump onto them. And nobody on this planet seems to have tachyon comms.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
All right.
Like, the cops were doing it by repeater. There were like these little repeaters all over the place,
Ah,
and that's how they were doing their communications. The only thing that seems to be on tachyon is the view. Everything else uses like a repeater system.
Okay. So yeah, we're gonna go and hack this guy for his plans.
Okay. So
Alright.
you're coming down the elevator. Audie, you're stuck in a bathroom.
Well, I imagine it won't take much to leave and then.
Yeah, you're going to have to do one more of those kind of blends to get outside.
Okay.
We'll be doing that once you
Whenever that's appropriate, yeah.
get into the elevator with this guy, I think.
Okay.
Unless you guys take a different elevator, then you'll have to do it when you get downstairs.
Hmm.
It's up to you.
Well,
It's okay.
if I feel like it would probably up my chances of blending in, then yes. But
Okay, either way. So the bio elevator comes to the ground, to this floor. It opens up. And where are you, Sequoia?
I'm like, how close is like the the refreshments part?
They're all the way around. Just instead of being like one of the small offices, because the buildings are square, but the rooms are kind of round.
Okay.
So in parts where it's thinner, there's little offices, and parts where it's bigger, there's this big, huge labs.
Okay. But he's gonna be near the elevator area, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna
so
be
you
at,
could
like,
totally be at one of the tables.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like at a table or at like a drink station, just like
Yeah,
near
you can be
there.
at a drink station or something. That's no
Okay,
problem.
cool.
Okay, so you're there. You see this architect get out, and nobody else get out following him. And
And I have Craig's stream on one side, so I can see him behind the architect.
yeah, and you might have like maybe AR representation of Craig there, all
Right.
fuzzy or something, because you know exactly
Yeah.
where he is, because he's
Like there's-
broadcasting to you.
There's like a yellow outline of him or something.
Because he's
Alright.
yellow. Yellow belly.
Disappeared.
Alright, so let's hack this dude. Let's hack
We
this.
have invisible crew members now. Cool.
Let's
Okay, so go ahead, try to hack him.
Alright.
Hack the
So
world.
I'm gonna use a charge to do my dev
Unethical.
for my dev kit. What do you mean unethical? This is ours, man. What is the difficulty for this man with his antiquated technology?
Way to remind him.
What is
Is
the
he a-
difficulty of this?
Is he a human? I kind of just said man, and I was like, I wonder what species he is.
He's a Septox.
Oh, okay. That tracks.
I could totally tap him on the back to distract him.
I don't think that'll help.
Yeah,
That will
don't-
help me hack.
Don't do it. Bad idea.
Okay, so the difficulty
He won't-
is 2.
2? Alright. Sounds good. Let's do it.
Just think of it as he's not
2
looking.
successes.
Okay,
Nice.
so you basically get those designs. That's it.
Cool.
Just what you went in
That's-
for.
Exactly. So, boom.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's skedaddle.
Okay, so you guys getting on the same elevator as him, or are you getting on a separate elevator?
Let's go down a different elevator.
Different elevator.
Okay. So you guys all clamber onto the other elevator. Are you still invisible? Okay, as soon as you get downstairs with large groups of people,
This
you
is
would
gonna
have to
get-
No.
reappear to get through the crowd.
Wait till the door closes and then unappear.
Are there
Bring it in.
cameras in the elevator?
Yes.
Yes,
Hmm.
but we already know where they're at.
Blind spots. Right.
There's no blind spots in the elevator. It's an elevator.
So you're gonna have to do it now and then get in the elevator. Basically.
There we go. Yeah, blind. Just before getting in the elevator, I guess.
That's,
Hey,
you
I'm
would
back.
totally get seen. So you could go in like a bathroom or something and come out,
Yeah.
or go in a.
That.
Yeah. Do what? Go say hi to Audie, and then both
Then
of
we
you
can
come
both
out.
come out together from
Holding
the private
hands.
bathroom.
Exactly. I'll have like coffee for you or something. I don't know.
I think I've seen this anime. Anyway,
Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm Big Spoon.
you're a tentacle monster, dude. No spoons involved.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys come out of different bathrooms, I hope, and head towards one of the elevators, and you get in, and you're heading downstairs. And I think everybody's gonna have to do a politic task to get out of here.
Oh,
Can't let it ride that long, man. I let you wander
That's-
around labs and.
that's fair. That's fair.
Okay.
All right. So more marketing.
Yep.
More House Suspiretta. I think.
I am
Yep.
out of charge.
Oh no!
Does someone have a charge to lend him?
I can give you
He's
one
a
of
poor little boy.
Audie,
from a
how
poor
many
family.
charges do you have?
One.
Oh, I have 2. Then I'll give you one of my charges, and we'll all be out of charges.
Yay!
Yeah.
All right. So
You
it's
guys are rolling
marketing.
tons of 4s and 5s. If you would have rolled a 6, or a 7 or something, you get totally going.
Yeah, you
I
should
kept.
have.
Well, it was more I was using my tools and getting back. Every time he rolled a 4, I would just recharge
Yeah.
what I used. So I have an advantage for that, and no other advantages.
That's me too.
So I have a 3.
Okay. So there are not as many people around, but there are definitely people kind of moving around. They're kind of moving quickly now.
Okay.
And they're just because they're probably late or just trying to hurriedly get somewhere. And so there's people kind of moving around kind of quickly, and you guys need to just look confident enough to get out of this damn building. So
Right.
difficulty is 2.
Okay.
Oh, and you still get your +1 for being Septox.
Oh right. From being what again?
The Septox in the
Wow.
group.
Oh,
it's +1.
he does. He does. Okay. So I got to do this again.
I got a 0.
1,
So you fail,
2,
Wait, need this cup.
2 successes. Charming as ever.
Charming as ever. Okay, so you kind of walk out all smart and awesome
I
looking.
thought I had 2 advantage.
I gave you one, and then you should have gotten an extra one. So you should be rolling. How many do you have in politic? 1 or 2?
Oh yeah, 1. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
That makes
I'm like, yeah, I thought that was correct. Yeah, because you don't have marketing, and you only have 1 in politics.
No one has marketing. None of us know how to market ourselves, apparently.
Apparently.
Well, I switched my marketing for something else. I cross-trained.
Okay, so you
Multi-class.
kind of you walk out the door, and Craig and Audie, you are interrupted, and there's
How dare you?
there's a couple of people standing there, and they come up to you and they're like, excuse me, and they come right to you, Audie. Like,
Yeah.
excuse me, I really want to get in the library. How do you do it? And they basically start asking you for career advice.
Okay.
Oh. Alright.
You want my actual response, or you want me to roll something?
And they keep looking over at you, Craig, expecting you to probably just answer for him because you're obviously his superior, but...
No. Watch. You'll see Craig, and he's looking at him, and they're looking at me, and he just goes like this.
It's so quiet. It's just like...
What do you do?
He can't
he just
understand what they're saying, so he just points at you.
Yeah.
With a smile on his face, just like...
His
Oh.
little octo face has a little octo smile.
I tell him, well, this isn't what people do. This isn't normal. You don't come up to somebody in a normal business day. You have to go through proper channels, submit papers. If you want, I can take your forms for you to apply for something like that, but you should really go through the proper channels. That's what I say.
Awesome. So
That's a good answer.
we have a little bit of choice. You're talking to 2 people. He's gonna hate this.
Okay.
So, and you are leveraging forms. This is an administration task.
Oh boy.
More politics!
Okay. All right.
You could either that or you could roll performance, but I think this is an administration task. You're like, oh, file the proper forms. You're trying to bullshit with bureaucracy.
Yeah.
It's an
We're talking
administration
about I have the same, but yeah.
Yep, and
I would say I could try helping him by like giving him the form numbers and stuff, but I don't know if that'll help.
No, not really.
And then Craig's gonna just tap him on the shoulder and go. Basically motioning, we need to go.
I gotta go. Yeah. I don't know if that helped.
No, not really. But it's a good part of the scene. So,
Also, you could just send him a text message just being like, "Hey, we gotta go," because they won't know.
Physically showing them that we're.
Oh,
in a hurry.
yeah, we're in a hurry.
This is his superior talking. Eh?
True. I'm not even noticed. I'm just like,
yeah, well, I mean, you're just walking. They just got stuff for like half a second with these people who want to know how to get a job as librarians. How to get transferred over to that department because
That's
they're sick
fair.
of playing with... These guys obviously look like they were just doing a delivery here, probably
what?
from the... of biomass from another facility from downstairs.
Okay. Well, what if I? Okay, let's say I do this roll.
No, you said what you said. You're rolling over dice.
If I fail or if I pass, no matter what. What I say if I say I'm sorry and I give him my ID and that it will tell him that I'm sick. I'm going to the hospital. You need to not talk to me. I need to go.
We can do that after you fail this. So
Okay.
let's just
okay.
do what you originally said you're gonna do.
After you fail this, wow.
Yeah, after you fail.
Damn.
Is marketing right?
It's marketing.
A-
Nope, it's
it's
administration.
Oh, okay. Doesn't matter.
And the
Yeah, I was about
difficulty
to say it's the same.
is 2.
Okay.
All right, here we
I
go.
can do that. Maybe. Not very likely.
Nah, 0 successes.
They look at you and go, what are you talking about? No, we just really want to get in. And they start to bug you, Craig. They're like, okay, sir, excuse me, I sent in my forms just like he said. And so what you hear is, weird fucking noises that you don't
You
understand.
got a 2 earlier. You said I had temporary.
They're speaking Rigelian,
knowledge.
and you got
Oh.
temporary
Oh.
when you were talking
So-
to them
So
earlier.
I know what they're saying, and these two have no idea what he said.
So you can roll on
Okay.
Rigelian if you like,
All right.
just to see if you can understand them.
All right, let's do that.
Linguistics.
Culture linguistics,
With my 1, let's see how we can do.
Oh, shit.
and the difficulty, I believe. What did I tell you it was earlier?
This is gonna be such a epic fail.
Oh, for Rigelian?
Yeah.
I think
You
it
said
was
3.
Yeah, I think it was 3. I have to go through all of my rolls.
Okay, just roll against 3. That's fine. 1v3.
Yep.
By the way, you get to charge a reactor. Because this is a
Cool.
desperate action.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
So I charge my reactor now or after?
After.
That's
What
I thought.
constitutes a desperate act? Oh, 1v3. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Advantage 0. Threat.
Negative.
Hey!
You have
Exactly what I thought
no
was
idea what they're saying. You act, and then you're like, oh, they must be. You kind of have an idea what they're saying. They're they're asking you for permission to take Audie to the back for some sort of medical procedure.
That's not what they're saying. That's not what
What are they actually saying?
That's what you get in a split second. You have to react. They can start sending you a message, but they don't
And
know
you
you've
bring yourself-
misunderstood this yet.
So go off that.
So
What
you
would
just
you do?
shake your head, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you know the word for Rigelian for yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
We know some inner chat, so probably.
interchat is related to it, so you could say, that's what you do. You say yes in interchat to them.
Okay. Like, yes. Yeah.
They look
Yeah.
at you really perplexed, and they take off.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
You are now free to go.
All right. We're leaving.
Cops!
Guys, we're leaving right
Yeah,
now.
let's go. Lickety split.
So you turn around. This all happens like quickly, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
There was
I
no
look back
us
and I'm just
debating about roles. So you turn around and you just see these people walking away, kind of oddly quickly, and them kind of standing there in the middle of the hallway with people walking around.
Hey, hey, come on. She looks back and is like, come on.
Okay, so you guys all start to leave, and you're out of the facility, and you're walking back into the city. Where are you going now?
So there are only
Sure.
really 2 places to go.
To the nearest place I can stealth.
In Sequoia's mind, there are really only two places to go. Back to the ship, or to the God, what is that district called? I'm always forgetting the name of it. Sectemeran,
In Craig's mind, there's only one place to go.
which is a place to cloak.
Back to the ship.
Back to the ship. All right, we're going back to the ship then. Everyone's go back to the ship. Let's get there.
Okay, so you're not going to Sectarium.
No,
We blew our cover.
Okay.
Oh, we will soon enough.
you guys blew your cover. I had nothing to do with this.
Okay. So you're,
Mr. I gave the identity of a sick person to somebody.
Look,
Mhm.
I was just finding librarians. I didn't know he had this flu until we got into the city. Calm down.
so you guys arguing about this as you walk through the city,
Yes.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's
Sure.
Ms. to you.
Yeah. It's hard to tell.
Fair enough.
Fair.
Okay.
So I find a dark alley.
Yeah. Okay, so you literally want to stealth so you can walk back to the ship unseen. Is what you guys are doing that too, or?
I don't think I am, but
Okay, so they just keep walking and you slip down a dark alley to stealth. And then you're going to turn around and follow them. Okay, so roll your stealth.
You're gonna get us killed.
Difficulty-
no, he's gonna get himself killed, and, and we're gonna be on the ship.
Pretty much.
Difficulty 4.
Ooh.
Just tell Mr. Sue.
And I have no... Oh, I have a charge, actually.
Yeah, you just charged by doing something incredibly
Oh,
stupid.
Yep.
Which I made you do. It was a compelled task. You had to do it.
So-
But
Yep.
trying to understand their language and stuff just totally backfired.
Difficulty 4. And
Yay.
one success.
woo!
Okay, so the
You're
way
not
stealth
putting your hand-
works, if someone is searching for you, I would say, but the searchers are alerted. They know something's going on. Otherwise, you're completely unnoticed with a 3. Okay, so you slip into the alley, disappear, and then follow your crewmates as they walk along.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are just beating feet directly towards this place. You gotta walk out to like farmland, right? So as you're walking, you get away from the town, or away from through the market without any problems.
Right.
You get to like the road that's going out and kind of weaves amongst the big, huge, because there's this huge floodplain area where you guys have landed in the water, right?
Right.
And so you're walking through there, and everybody's working now. So before, everybody was having breakfast at the food truck, which was the animal with a trailer on his back. Now everybody's working. The food trucks are gone. People are picking and doing spraying and growing things and all that sort of stuff, and flooding things and trenching holes and stuff like that. So you're walking along the road, and as you're walking, pretty much a van with big, huge tires
That's free candy.
rolls up next to you. It's like a huge kind of it's like a tan-colored truck comes up. It's like electrical
Buzz.
powered or something, and it just kind of comes up, and this person opens a window, and you see a Yukon,
Oh.
yellow exoskeleton and brown bark. Look out the window, and he's like, "Hey, want to ride? How far are you going? You guys don't look like you work out here. Pretty far away for librarians."
That's true. However, we do have a case out there that we got to get to. So
Well, I'm surprised they didn't send you a car.
it happens sometimes. There are a few cases where librarians have to do the walking route because there are multiple cases on the way. So it's
Well, I'm empty. I just dropped people off, and the back is just full of Jarrow nuts. So why don't you jump on in?
I send a message to Audie being like, "Do we catch a ride?
No, think of
Catch
an
a ride.
Catch a ride." That's very nice of you, and I appreciate we appreciate the offer, but we're gonna have to decline. The work we have that's going on is very important, especially if we have to do multiple stops, that kind of thing. So
He looks at you. Okay, no problem.
Yep.
And he does his window back up, and he starts to speed up,
oh,
and then he slams on the brakes, and the back door is open, and two groups of random assortment of people jump out with guns.
what? What?
So what do you guys do?
The jig is up. Pull my own gun out.
Rebels? Question mark.
Do
Well-
they have the Inquisitor things?
No, they are not. They're dressed as there's
Rebel!
farmhands and like worker types, but they have guns. So let's do a break there,
Okay.
and you guys can think of what you want to do afterwards. Thanks for
Cool.
anybody's watching this.
Make friends with the rebels.
We'll see you guys in 15 minutes.
15.
Sounds good.
Okay, talk to you later.
Okay.